Now here we go. We've got our wonderful tie that killed Miss Julia Jocelyn Cannon, whatever you want to call it. I could probably just, tie it up here around. It'd look cute. The murder weapon, a red tie that was left wrapped around the neck of the victim after her death, was examined for forensic for trace evidence. Biological material, including epidermal cells and fluid that was determined to belong to the victim. Partial animal hair that was determined to belong to a canine. So Mel's, that's where you got the dog from. Okay. So we have a female with a bitch. Don't look at me. I didn't kill her. I'm a female that is a bitch. Well, I mean, I do have a dog, but, they're guys. Human hair and skin cells from human male. Oh. Human hair and skin cells from a human male. Subsequent DNA testing confirmed with a 92% probability that these biological trace materials came from suspect Anthony Petrov. Alright. So, that's a name. I wonder if the tie is his. Fibers consist of the fabric of the bed and spread used in all guest rooms. Nothing else. So Anthony Petrov is someone that we need to look out for as well. Alright, investigation report. The victim, Julia Cannon, was a guest on the 8th floor. Oh, it was a guest. Did she have her own room? Was she with somebody? Each floor of the hotel is restricted to those who have a key card. Okay, so we got key cards for everyone. No XP! Watch on your phone. Don't you have unlimited data? Okay, so you have to have a key card in order to get to the 3 elevators that go up to the 8th floor. So it's just not anyone that can go up to these floors. Only the people with the cards. So who has the cards? Let's see, there were 10. The only cards that existed in the night of the murder were programmed to permit access to the 8th floor were the 10 cards given to the 10 guests, plus 4 master key cards in the possession of the hotel owner, Jackson Broadbent, hotel manager Ricky Sparks, hotel maid Abby King, and bell captain Charles Hopkins. Each of the 3 elevators was also equipped with a video camera that takes continuous video footage. Agents have confirmed that each of the video cameras were functioning. So why can't we see that video footage? Unless the person was smart, knew that, and took the stairs. But 8 floors going up a flight of stairs, that's a bit rough for me. Alright, here we go. Casey Kavanaugh. Interview. I want to ask you some questions about Julia Cannon. Nope, not a chance. Are you aware that she was murdered? I'm not talking to you. Get me a phone so I can call my lawyer. Don't you want to? Did I stutter? No questions. Lawyer, now. That is a woman who knows what she wants. Alright, so now we have... Oh, Anthony Petrov. Okay, that's the guy. I understand that you attended the Gratham Hotel Anniversary Gala last night. Is that correct? Yes. Are you staying at the hotel? Yes. On the 8th floor? Correct. But you live here in Forest City? I travel a lot, but I keep an apartment here. Yes. I stay at the Grantham Hotel for the anniversary celebration. I check in Thursday night. I leave today. Many people who live in Forest City choose to stay at the hotel for this event, but you already knew this. Do you have a dog, Mr. Petrov? A dog? No. No pets. I have a plant. Do you own a red tie? Yes, I have many red ties. I brought a red tie with me this weekend. I wear this tie the first night. Has anyone else been in your hotel room since you arrived, other than the hotel staff? Yes. I entertain quite frequently. It's kind of part of my job. Who was in your room? Well, let me see. Haley Scott and David Meyer from the law firm came to visit. Mr. Broadbent came down for a scotch. Hotel manager came by to say hello. Oops, sorry. Casey Kavanaugh. Whoa. Whoa, 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 what the heck is going on? Thank you. We talk business. Mr. Steele, Thomas, I think is his name. We talk about new apartments in this building near Earnhardt Building downtown. I tried to get Ava to stay for drinks, but she only stayed for a few minutes. Tilted Gaming, how are you? Can we get some love and shout out for Tilted Gaming, another amazing streamer here on the Mixer. How you doing, honey? Let's see. And you agree to a sponsor. Anything else? Not that I can think of. You were seated with Julia Cannon at dinner with Chef Farquhar. I'm doing pretty good, honey. We had a small break from streaming. Had some stuff going on in real life I actually talked about on Twitter. But here, what we're doing is we're doing our once a month sub-only event, which actually you get to be a part of if you want to in my Discord. Boom! This is the Kitty Mystery Experience of the month, and we're going to be doing another one in probably about 2 weeks. I take pictures of all of the stuff that you see here and up here, and in the Discord, you get access to it beforehand, so you can read through it and join us up on the stream once we go through everything to discuss it and figure out who killed who, how, why, and when, and you get to have access to that several days to a week before the stream, where everyone else who's not a sub gets to watch it live, which is kind of cool. But that's one of the biggest perks that my subs love. Okay, so Anthony sat next to Julia. Of course, honey, of course. You're an amazing streamer. Why not? She sat next to me. You talked to her. And she did work for charity events and bars, and she liked to drink. We know that from earlier because she was in that hit and run. Did you get along at dinner? Yes, of course. She's a fun girl. You do know that she was murdered. Yes, I heard that. Horrible. I hope you catch the killer soon. Did you see her after dinner? Yes. She went to the gala in the ballroom for a while, left pretty early. Did you talk to her after dinner? Nope, only at dinner. Do you know who killed her? No, it wasn't me, and I don't know who it was. Can you tell me anything else that might help me? There is one thing, guys. But keep it between us, okay? My first night at the hotel, I stayed up very late drinking, went to bed very late, very drunk. And when I returned to the 8th floor to get off the elevator, I see someone down the hall. They're wearing a white mask. I rub my eyes and I open them and the person's gone. I don't know if the person went into the room or something else. I was much too drunk to care. Went to my room and went to bed. Okay? Okay. Now here's the interesting thing is he said he went there on the Friday. I checked in Thursday night. Okay, so the day, do we know what date Thursday night was? Yeah, no worries, Malice, no worries. Mina, do we know what date Thursday night was? Because Thursday night was the night that supposedly he saw the person in the white mask, and we could tell if he's telling the truth or if he's just making shit up, because we don't want him to be making shit up. Alright, and then here's another one. Here is Cecil Chamberlain. I understand that you're present at the Grantham Hotel. Tilted, so I know this is probably one of your first streams that you're here with us. We typically do gaming streams, but this is our once a month, which is now going to be kind of twice a month, because we're kind of far behind on these. Kind of a special event. We're kind of smaller streams, because it's not up to everyone's, you know, forte, but it's something very special that we do, and it's really great to get into it. We have our own, like, notes and documents that we put this all up, and each of these boxes actually has a big, they all work together, and we've done like 6 of these already, I think, and we still have 4 more. We're behind 4 boxes, and there's a big meta mystery behind it, and it all works together, so it's really, really kind of cool. Guys, I do want to say this. Tilted Gaming, when he saw my butt touch emote, he's like, I have to have that. I have to touch the booty. So he subbed just to get the butt touch emote, which cracked me up the other morning. Absolutely cracked me up, and I was like, you don't even know. Actually, Rocket Bear subbed to me too for a couple months just for the butt touch emote. He's like, you have a butt touch emote? That was so cool. Alright, so back to Cecil. Cecil. Okay, so he purchased a weekend event. As you know, Grantham's annual weekend is pretty big. He's staying at the hotel on the 4th floor, number 403. How long have you known Julia? For at least a year. She came into Cecil's cafe quite a bit. She's a regular in the social circuit. Julia was a C and B scene kind of person. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You got no dates. Do we know what date Julia was killed? We should know what date Julia was killed, and then work our way backwards from there. Like, it should say a day, maybe in the newspaper. Maybe we'll find that later on. Let's see. Did you see Kenan again after dinner? After dinner, I saw her at the cocktail reception at the start of the gala around 9 o'clock. Do we know what time she was killed? Was that like 11:51? She was drinking champagne. I had a scotch. She seemed upbeat and happy. I saw her talking with Ava Quinn and Thomas Steele. A bit later, she was on the dance floor with Casey. 11:32. Okay. And after that, I left the gala early. I didn't see Julia again before I left. What time did you leave? About 10:20 with Zoe Barr. Ooh. She was an acquaintance from around town. We really hit it off at the gala and decided to go back to my room for a nightcap. And how long were you with Miss Barr? She left my room about 1:30 a.m. Do you know who killed her? I can only tell you what people are saying. There's a lot of talk that the murder is the same MO as the Strangler killings from 100 years ago. People think that they're connected. I'm not saying it's true. That's just what I heard. And if you guys go to Cecil's Facebook page, that's what he always says. I don't know if it's true. It's just what I've heard. So, video footage from the camera in elevator B at the Gratham Hotel confirms that Cecil and Zoe entered the elevator at 10:25 p.m., exit the elevator on the 4th floor. Then at 1:32, Zoe can be seen re-entering the elevator and taking it to the 10th floor where she exits. Agents reviewed all the video footage, so they can't be the people. Do not appear in any other footage. Okay, so we already know it's not Zoe. And it's not Cecil. So we're crossing off Zoe from our list. Boom. I want to cross off Anthony too, because he says he saw the person in the white mask, but who knows? We can't really technically cross that off yet. Alright. Now what is this? You don't think it could be male. Okay. We assume. We're assuming that it's not male. But, I don't know. We'll see. I had a great time last night. This is from Ava to A King. Who's A King? Who's A King? Abby King. Okay. So this is Ava Quinn going to Abby King. I had a great time last night. The dinner and gala were fun, but sneaking away and exploring the basement of the hotel with you is so much more fun. I hope you don't get into trouble with your boss. I didn't realize we left the gala before the big toast by Broadbent. Oops. Yeah, it says pretty much isn't a male. Okay, so I can cross off the guys. Thomas Steele, Anthony, Greg, and Charles Hopkins. Okay, let's see. Before the big toast by Broadbent. What time did that toast happen? Yeah, grab some food, honey. Thank you so much. Hit that lurk command, Tilted. From the kiss for the... Yes, from the kiss. Okay, so 10:30. And what time was the next thing? Let's see. Did you know we didn't even finish exploring until we left the basement after 2 a.m.? So we know it wasn't Abby King, and we know it wasn't Ava Quinn, because they were downstairs exploring the basement, which is actually pretty cool. Let's see. I can't get back into my room. What the hell? They have the whole floor blocked off, so I'm having coffee downstairs. There are like 4 cop cars outside. Good thing. Why do I have a spongy thing at the top of my pen? What the hell? They have the whole floor blocked off, so the basement's crazy. I wonder how long it's been hidden. Didn't you say you found it in the back of the storage room only like a month ago? Now, one of these people an employee? Is one of them an employee? Who are these people? Those rooms underneath the basement don't look like they've been disturbed for 100 years. Where do you think all those old clothes came from? I think they're all women's clothes except for that red tie. So wait a minute. So she found a red tie in the basement. Unless there was more. Or... That's weird. Here are the rooms. I took a couple of pictures. Let's see, that's one picture right there. And here's another one. Can't really see too much. Let's see. Where do you think all those old clothes came from? They were all women's clothes except for that red tie. So the killer that happened 100 years ago, I think had something to do with this. Like, that's where they put all the clothes. And my pen has like this soft thing on the top. It's like, it's not like an eraser. I'm trying to figure out if I have to like take this pen apart. No, it's just a soft thing. Oh, it's an iPad stylus. Ah, smart. I don't have an iPad. Text me when you get up, okay? Oh yes, those are the two pictures. Alright, oh, here's the event schedule. Okay. Cocktail reception, seafood, remarks, billiard tournament, champagne. So, the guy said he saw a chick in the white mask on Thursday, which is before this even all happened. When did she die? When did she die? I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna go ahead. Yesterday, which is when? Do we have a date? Oh, when they died. Do we know if she died on a Saturday? Okay, so she died on Saturday. And the guy saw the man or the person in the white mask on Thursday, which doesn't make sense. Why would the person be wearing a white mask on Thursday? Maybe the trial run? Who knows? Saturday. The toast. Oh yeah, because it was done by Broadbent. Gotcha. Okay. Alright, so now we have our map, which I'm sure this is going to come in handy later on. And then that's the back of the box, which I showed you guys earlier, and the front of the box. Alright, so let's get into the newspaper, guys. So, what this is going to be all about is this actually talks about the murder. And we basically know all the details of this, and I'm not going to read through this. I'm just going to kind of show you guys this, because, you know, that's what the subscribers are for. So basically it talks about the murder in more detail. It was the doctor. How you doing, Brendan? And then here we have some local news briefs, a sunken boat, famous photographer. Ooh. Murder strikes. And actually, if you guys remember, she was the younger sister, oh, as it says younger sister, but she was part of the Aztec one, if you guys remember that. But I guess she was actually killed at the Grantham Hotel as well. Isn't that kind of cool? I mean, it's not cool, but I mean, you guys understand. And they talk about how the Strangler, this guy who's killing all these women with the red tie, used to happen in the past. And I'll talk to you guys about this. It says, the first two victims, Rachel Daw and Endora Usher, were killed in the respective guest rooms at the Grantham Hotel the same night, June 13th, 1873. The third victim, Mary Cullen, was found strangled to death on June 18th on the front steps of the Clockworks building by the neighboring business owner. It says the fourth victim, Madeline Morris, a new mother to daughter Jennifer Morris, was found dead on June 22nd in her room. And the infant daughter was still sleeping peacefully right next to the dead mom. Creepy. Then it talks about how all four victims were strangled to death with a red tie. The coroner confirmed that the cause of death was asphyxiation. The press gave the name the Strangler to the serial killer. Reporter Constant Alton of the Port St. James Register was the first to call the killer the Strangler in the news article. The strikingly similar details between historical killings in 1873 and the murder of Julia Kennan has many Forest City residents rattled. Officially, the FBI sees no connection between the murders of 1873 and the present-day killing. Bullshit. While it's possible that someone chose to use a red tie to kill Miss Kennan, some bizarre wish to copycat committed by the Strangler, we have no reason to believe that there are no significant connection between the events of the past and the events of last night. Others aren't convinced, said Cecil. But some people have claimed to see the spirit of Rachel Dawes and Eudora Usher wandering the halls of the Grantham's Hotel late at night. Blah, 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 blah. And it talks about who Julia Kennan was. She's a graduate, she's frequently seen downtown, restaurants, bars, smart as a whip, very good at her job. This is interesting too, because we did this in another box. It said Kennan was no stranger to the darker side of Forest City. Her first roommate was Annabelle Lee. If you guys remember, she was the one that was killed by the Raven, I believe. Killed by the Raven. It was Annabelle Lee's death. Kennan was already living in her own apartment, but was only 4 doors down. Julia was devastated when Annabelle was killed, said mutual friend Alan Worthington. They're very close, and Julia was in a really bad place for a very long time. Kennan recovered from Annabelle's death over time with the help of some good friends and a new hobby, hiking. So, it's kind of cool. She loved Edgar Allan Poe, blah, blah, blah. And then here we have Casey Kavanaugh. She was actually the one, I think, that said, you can't talk to me without my lawyer. And I guess she got punched at the gala. But that talks about it some more. And then they have a zombie run that they talk about as well. But we're not going to get into that. These are all the suspects. Ava Quinn. She was actually in the basement, walking around discovering stuff. Thomas Steele, we've already crossed him off because he's a man. Roxanne Thien, no idea. Could be hers. Anthony Petrov, he's the man who has whose red tie it is. We've crossed him off since he is a man. Casey Kavanaugh, she's still on the list, but she is the tech entrepreneur and CEO of Da Vinci Systems, which you guys know that is the big science-y company that's with us. Then you have Greg Lentz. You can cross her off. Oh, should we go read her article? Okay. Casey, let's read hers. Crowd. Not everyone was celebrating before midnight. Filter altercation. Oh yeah, because she got punched. Right at midnight, she was hauled off and punched the FBI lady in the face. Never seen anything like it. Let's see. But did they take her away? And she was, I guess we can cross her off, but they didn't actually take her away or anything. But I guess we can still cross her off because she was, busy during the time. And wasn't the person killed at what, 11:51 you said? So yeah, it couldn't have been happening then. Yeah, she couldn't have been there at 11:32. Okay, so we'll cross her off. Alright, let's see. Then we've got Zoe Barr, who we've crossed off. Why do I have her crossed off my list? Oh, because she was with Cecil, that's right. Then we've got Haley King. She's still on our list. Assistant attorney with the law firm Ogilvy, Thorne, and Sharp. Okay. Amy Franklin, she's still on the list. She grew up in Port St. James, along with Jocelyn, aka Julia. That's kind of interesting. Following her. But moved to Forest City 10 months ago to take a position as a research assistant with Archon Genomics. She's single and resides downtown. Jackson, we've crossed off. Ricky Sparks is still on the list. She's the manager of the hotel, president of the local Edgar Allan Poe Society, never been married. Julia also loved Edgar Allan Poe, so they could probably know each other through that. Sparks? Go to the wedding invite. Let me just pull it up here. Oh. Nicole Sparks and Greg Lawton. I wonder if, is that the daughter? Is it the daughter or the sister? That's interesting. Be the sister. She could have something against her. But then again, so could Amy Franklin. And then we have Abby King. Abby was down exploring the basement with Ava. So we crossed her off. And then Charles Hopkins was the one that found her. But it's a guy, so we crossed him off. Jackson. Where's Jackson? Okay, Jackson is a dude. So we're going to cross him off. So we have, as suspects, we have Haley King. Where's Haley? Alright, so we have Haley King, Amy Franklin, and Ricky Sparks. So let's continue on. We have the spotlight list, so we have some information about a whole bunch of different places. Now, it talked about a dog. Now, how do we find out if someone has a dog? Okay, here we go. Christopher Curiosities. Facebook at Christopher Curiosities. You know what? Let's go there. And we'll see if they have anything. Christopher Curiosities. Usually we can find a bunch of really cool stuff there. Let's see, web page. And we're going to actually have to go down quite a bit because we're a little bit behind on this. So I don't want to go too far. October, yeah, we gotta go back. Yeah, so this is the last one that we did. That was Jack the Ripper. Alright, so here we go. The Orient Express. I don't think... Orient Express. What is the Orient Express? That's not ours. Okay, so he probably doesn't have anything. Welcome back, honey. Christopher Curiosities. Okay, we probably don't have anything here. And then maybe they have a website? Strange, rare, unique. Creepy. Let me see if they have anything else. No, that's legit it. The Raven Serial Killer Puzzle, the Raven Pendant, Last Will and Testament, Vintage Doll. Alright, so I think that's it for that one. Okay, Dante's books. Oh, we can probably check out Dante's books, but that's fine. Alright, so then here we have a guide to all the different areas and the archives. The Raven Strikes. That's actually a really cool thing. And then this is next month, guys, the Freak Show. This is what should have been done in October. Whoops. So, I'm sorry about that. Join us for Halloween, Forest City Fairgrounds. So that is all the information that we have. So we need to go through all of this information. I'm kind of disappointed that there's no like actual physical puzzles. It's just kind of thinking it through. So we need to figure out where Haley, Amy, and Ricky were during these times. And who the hell has a dog? So what do you guys, what information do you guys have that you think is going on? So I'm opening up my notes section. Also Roxanne. Oh yeah, Roxanne. I totally forgot about Roxanne. Yeah, I have Roxanne, Haley, Amy, Ricky. That's right. Alright, let's see. Yeah, Roxanne, Haley, Amy, and Ricky. Everyone else is kind of gone. So, what we can do is we're going to go through the information again and just look for those names. And my pen is dead. Really? No, it's not. I lied. Who is Roxanne again? Let's go back to Roxanne. Roxanne is a Forest City native playing competitive tennis at 16 and is now ranked 23rd on the pro circuits. Threne's mother is a wine steward downtown. See, now that's interesting because it said that in the Kiss materials that was left, they had, was it grape remnants or red wine remnants? So it talked about red wine. Who was in Petra's room that had access to the tie? You know what? That's great. That is great information. Let's go to that page, that interview. Let's see. Here we go. Who was in your room? Haley Scott and David Myers. Haley Scott? Who's Haley Scott? I don't... We have a Haley King, not a Haley Scott. That's Haley King, not Haley Scott. Great Scott. Yeah, it's Haley King. Unless they messed that up. Haley Scott and David Myers from the law firm. Yeah, I think they messed that up. Mr. Broadbent came down for a scotch. Hotel manager came to say hello. Casey Kavanaugh. We talk business. Mr. Steele. Thomas, I think his name is. He came to talk about the new apartments he's building near Inhart Building downtown. I tried to get Ava to stay for drinks, but she only stayed for a few minutes. That's because she was too busy trying to search the basement. Zoe Bard stopped in. Zoe's crossed off too. They give me a picture of sponsorship of Day of the Dead Festival. Nice girl. So all the people... Haley Scott, we hail from Scotland. Yes. Well, here's the thing. What do you mean? We have Haley and Rick. Oh, wait a minute. I guess it could be Haley. And you said manager's Ricky. Hotel manager came to say hello. And the hotel manager is, as you say, Ricky Sparks. Now, it's not saying it can't be the other ones because they could have handed off the tie, but that is interesting to say that. Haley or Ricky. Now, Haley is the associate attorney, provides legalized service for many Forest City biggest companies, and then Ricky Sparks is this. Now, between the two, I'm going to say it's Ricky Sparks. I mean, she has the most motive to do that. Could have been Haley on the PD on the case with Sparks and the victim. Face value.